Hey, Brian, how are you?
Doing good. About yourself?
Very good, very good.
It's funny. I didn't say living the dream.
You didn't
Normally
say
when
living
people, right? Normally when people ask you that, I say I'm living the dream. And while I am still living the dream, today has been a very interesting start to the day. So
Mm.
I guess maybe I wasn't feeling as energetic as I normally am to say living the dream. Um, but how have you been? How are things going with you?
Good, good. I'm glad that you admitted that you're not perfect all the time because like I think when people see how positive we are and stuff too, I think they also have to remember that we have hard mornings and hard days and little the ups and downs of our days and stuff. And although we both really are committed to trying to keep our lives very positive and our work very positive, that there are those times when we're like stretched like a little rubber band and we have to
Yeah.
bounce back too. So like
No, I get you.
it's good for people to know that, I think.
Right? We
Yeah.
are human.
Yes.
I just prefer to spread positivity.
Me too.
And so by me saying I'm living the dream, people always kind of like smile and like,
Yep.
oh, that's interesting. And I was like, I like doing that because I'm hoping that they continue to do it and it moves it throughout the day. And so when I don't say it, I always automatically right away know that I didn't say it.
Mm,
Because my body is like, dude, you're not being positive.
yeah.
So I apologize. So start
No.
over again. Can you start over? Ask me again.
All right. Hello, Brian. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm living the dream. How about yourself?
I am. I don't have a good phrase like that, so I want to say "living the dream" back, but I gotta coin my phrase. I gotta coin my phrase. That'll be my challenge for
uh,
this week is to come up with my phrase. But
I love it, and I love the jacket. What's the jacket about? What's going
thank
on there?
you. This was a birthday gift from Ben, so I wanted a good like rainproof jacket, so if I go running and stuff, and I wanted to represent my team. I
I
always
love
get
it.
my rights and lefts wrong or whatever, but yeah, I'm a NDSU grad and then just my dissertation away from my PhD there also. So
Oh, nice. Good
yeah,
Lord. No
yeah.
wonder you have all those books behind you, right? Those are not just for show,
Oh,
right?
I am nerd to the core. Nerd to the core. Yep. I have
I
no
love it.
illusion that I am anything but a nerd. So
I
yep.
love it. I love it. That's one thing that I like about you. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks.
You're honest, straightforward, and nerds are cool. Um,
Thanks. Thanks.
Nerds are cool. I was actually watching. So, do you know who runs this world?
Hmm.
Little nerdy kids.
Oh yeah.
So, no, I was watching. No, I kid you not. I was watching Facebook for like the billionth time last night. The movie, The Social Network.
Hmm.
Watching it last night, and he was like 19, 20 years old
Hmm.
when this thing got kind of created, right?
Hmm.
And now he has more TikTok. They have more eyes, right,
Yeah.
on what they're doing than anyone else in the world. When I say who runs this world, literally, they control elections. They control what you feel like. They control all these things about, and I shouldn't say they control all these things about you, but because you give them
Influence.
because you give them information, they influence you in a way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where these things are happening, and these are like young people, and it's so funny to me. Just watching that and just going through all that last night, it was like, hey, that's kind of right. Like all these young kids that are creating all these apps that we use every day, they're simplifying our life in a way, but they're also connecting us in a way, and all these things that are going on.
Yeah.
It's very interesting when you think about who literally controls the world.
Hmm. I
Um,
think it's
yeah,
fascinating how there's the whole electronic influencing world, but then there's a whole different thing when you get face to face with people, you know?
yeah,
So we're talking pretty much face to face, but through technology, but the technology is the tool in this particular case. You
right.
know, we're still authentically, communicating with each other. And when you meet face to face with people, you have that, and you can have these hard conversations that are so different when you're face to face than they are if you're having a Facebook commenting conversation,
Yeah.
so it's fascinating to me. And also like it gives me hope and positivity, since we started off on positivity, that we can solve a lot more problems and have better community connections and all that stuff when we're working face to face a lot, and then we use our technology as those good tools, you know
You know,
so
I don't think people realize how blessed we were or blessed we are during these times to have these things put in place. Because guess what?
yeah.
If this true panic, if the pandemic really shut things down, we wouldn't be having this conversation if this did not exist.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? So while people want to bash technology in the sense of, oh, it's
Mhm.
killing us, it's not connecting us. Oh man, you don't understand what
No.
it's doing for us. I mean, for you to be able to, for your child to be able to text you or to
Mhm.
call you at any moment throughout the day if they need you, that's huge. 'Cause I
Mhm.
remember back when I was little, I'd be trying to get a hold of my mom, but she'd be at work, and there's only one phone in the office, and if there was in the office, I
Mhm.
was hearing it ring, and so she didn't get my messages, and I need her right now. But now my kids can, Dad, I need you, and I can be there. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yep.
technology is only connected us more, and we can still have the face-to-face
Yep.
interactions, but in the sense when we can't have those, having the technology in place has literally changed the world.
You're right.
It's connected us more, and so it's literally only making our lives better. It's not hurting us.
Right. Yeah, but
Now, if you, if
I think both of us have the perspective though too that you build community and this is a tool in building community. It's not in place of building community. And I
not at
think
all.
that's maybe the emphasis, and that's maybe a little bit of the emphasis today, because I prepped when you were busy saving the world and doing worldly things. I did a individual thing about like project management and corporate social responsibility and how do we connect with community and make sure that happens and works. But really the essence of the story of it is much like the work that you do in the community and I do in the community. You have to have the community and the connection first, then you can use all this other stuff. So the hard part is that building all of those things. So
It's funny you bring it
keeping
up,
that.
and so it's funny you bring it up. So a project that I'm working on right now is for charity. I'm trying to bring the community together, right? It's based on this really cool wall to raise awareness for breast cancer, right?
Mhm.
I had the vision of working with a local artist who would literally paint this cape on a wall, and then people in the community can add their names to the wall, and the wall's called "Who's Your Hero" wall, right?
Mhm.
Just to give reference of it. And so the names could be added to the cape, and that's who's your hero. And then when you stand a certain way by the cape, it looks like you're wearing the actual cape in a photo, right?
Mhm.
And so what that does is that brings the community together. And so again, having people come together in the community in the real world is definitely key, to building a better community. And
Mhm.
so literally everybody came together and they're doing this thing. The names are going up on the wall. I found this amazing artist. It's all coming together, right? And
Mhm.
then I had the vision, okay, how can I take it from the world and then bring it online? And so
Yes.
then I start to create social profiles around it, right? And so now the "Who's Your Hero" wall has a hashtag, and so now
Mhm.
it actually becomes a person. And so now
Mhm.
anybody who uses that hashtag is actually talking to that person or
Mhm.
talking to that wall, talking to that cause. And
Mhm.
so that's literally what I was trying to build out there was that online offline connection.
Mhm.
So that way it can grow more. So we can connect with more people right now. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And we can connect with more communities because
Mhm.
people that support breast cancer and they think this is really cool, they can now comment and interact with it.
Mhm.
Again, technology connecting us and helping us and making
Yep.
the world a better place.
Yep.
That
It's
was
like
funny you bring that up.
I automatically go to images in my head of how this works, and I picture it almost like a bullseye, and you started with this and now technology is allowing you to add the rings to it so that those
Yeah,
spheres are much larger. But if you did it the other way around and you tried to just do this on the technology platforms without the community, it doesn't have that oomph enough to where it's not
it
ever going to
doesn't.
do that. So you
Yeah,
need the humans and you need that desire to make that grow.
yeah.
So, and
We,
that's the
we,
essence. That's,
we will always need humans, right?
yeah.
We will always need human, and it's that piece to this that I love about this, right?
Hmm.
Uh, and so one of the things that the artist is doing is she's actually videotape every time she draws someone's name on the wall. She video records it, and
Hmm.
she kind of helps tell their story about who donated and whose name is going on the wall and kind of a why behind it. Well, that's really cool because now we kind of get to feel her emotion. So she has a connection to the cause because her mom and her stepmom passed away from cancer,
Oh,
right? And
okay.
so so she has a massive connection. So when she's telling these stories, it's coming from the heart. When she painted this wall, it was coming from the heart. This wasn't something she just decided to come up with, and just draw on the wall. It's
Right.
like she's putting her passion behind it. And so
Hmm.
having that human emotion behind that human connection, that human vibe behind it.
Hmm.
That's the piece to how it blows up on social media. That's how more
Hmm.
people get behind it. All I'm doing, like you said, all I'm doing is I'm making the rings bigger. I'm making the ripple effect, right?
And
I little drop a little, but
that's a big point that I made in the last recording. So was on corporate social responsibility really only has a lot of impact and roots if you are connected to it and have a passion to it. So you have to have some linkage. You can't just be a business that does this thing over here that has no relationship to you or your business or your passions and whatever. Otherwise, it's just this thing you do. But if you have some connection to it, then it means everything. Like a mutual friend of ours, Kyle Olson, does it, who also kind of put this project out there, you know, has a really big passion for Alzheimer's awareness, and all of what he does is rooted in that, which comes from his own personal and family experience. And then I just want to follow him to the ends of the earth on it, because it's important to him, and I will follow his heart and hands and stuff in it. So
I get it. I get it. It's funny you mentioned Kyle. Kyle's we've been communicating a lot lately. He's the one that got me into the Who Wears Pink. Real Men Wear Pink. He's the one that nominated me to be a part of that, right? And so that's where the wall came from. I guess I told the backstory. I got to the end now. It all came from Real Men Wear Pink, and that's how this whole project came together. But Kyle, I just went and helped him shoot it. I went and helped him shoot a video on Saturday. For Real Men Pink, and he has a connection to this too. He has family who has had cancer, so he's got a so he's got a connection to this too, and he's got this really cool pink suit that he ordered and everything like that. So he's got a really cool connection to it. But like you said, it's people like that. It's people that have that type of a heart that you will follow because they're being true, they're being transparent. There's no hidden agenda there, right? He's doing it because he truly believes in it. Human connection, man. But amplified it on social media. So we shot a video so we can amplify it, and we did a this is the last suit you will ever wear. Kind of like from the Men in Black.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a pretty cool video. So he allowed me. So I got to shoot the video for him, but he also allowed me to say that. So I said, Kyle, are you ready to wear the last suit you will ever wear?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
well, I hate to cut this off because we have such good momentum once we get going and stuff. But what's kind of cool is just we did a video a few weeks ago about social media and the use of social media and the authenticity and all of those things. We kind of came full circle with that, and then we talked about community, which you know, kind of branched off of a little bit of what I said in our in-between week, and like it starts to intertwine itself really cool. So I like that we don't plan our conversations, but they somehow like link like cool puzzle pieces, and that's fun. That's fun to me. So
I love it. I love the opportunities to open dialogue.
Yeah.
It kind of just flows. I enjoy conversations.
Me too. Well, with that, have a super powerful week.
Yeah. You have an amazing week too.
Thank you. Bye-bye.